it's just
Hey guys.
Do that again.
Hey guys, spring has sprung, and the less time you spend in the kitchen, the better. That's why some of HelloFresh's delicious restaurant-quality meals come together in just, get this, 20 minutes. Get 16 free meals, plus 3 gifts with code ValleyCast16 at HelloFresh.com/ValleyCast16. Go to HelloFresh.com/ValleyCast16 to get up to 16 free meals plus 3 free gifts. Now, let's enjoy the Valleycast.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's on your body?
Black shirts.
Everybody. Black shirts on
back
tonight.
Oh, now we do that part.
Black shirts back. All right.
Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes. I think it starts with
Can I show you guys something? Can I?
Yes.
I know
Welcome
that this
to the
is
show, first of all.
yes. Thank
Welcome
you
to
for
the
having me.
podcast where you're going to show us something first.
Yes, the audio podcast, guys.
Okay.
What could it be?
It's a box.
A box.
Let's see.
It's a box with shipping label on it. Make sure that your address cannot be seen.
Are these
I've
all
already
those,
covered it with a marker.
These might be all those vajankles I sent you and Grace.
The what?
Ankles?
The vajankles?
Oh, good. Yeah, 'cause we.
You remember
You know
the
how those
vajankle?
go.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are a
they just,
1950s bluegrass band.
No, don't be coy, Joe. You know what the vajankle is.
Oh my gosh, guys!
What is it?
Whoa! Yeah, buddy.
Look at that!
3 of them.
Whoa!
3 of them.
Someone's greedy.
Wooza.
Yeah.
Wowza.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you who ordered this, but it wasn't me. So,
Was this meant
But,
for us? Are those our copies?
nope. Grace just ordered 3.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
Oh, what
Yeah.
an angel!
So yeah, it's for to our listeners. So movie game is a board game that we made here at the Valleyfolk, and it's arriving
Well, a
in
card
people's
game.
stores. A card game. That's a better way to put it. You're correct.
But I would put it on the board game shelf.
Look how good it looks in real life, though. Look how
It
good
looks,
Dude,
so
Casey
good.
Landerkin
It looks
did the
so
art,
good, man.
and it's so great. And Casey's so good, and we've got a legitimate card game out there with our dumb names on it.
It looks great out of the box, and I got an update for you boys today.
Wait. Does it have anything? Does it have something to do? Joe, can I just guess what it might have something to do with?
Yeah.
Does it have something to do with the movie game orders being open to people who didn't get a chance to order them?
100%, Steve.
Whoa! Black
shirts
back.
Today.
I just made the Shopify live, so there's very
Nice.
limited, very limited orders left and available. So if you would like to get it, in the description,
Nice.
there will be a link. It's a complicated like Shopify.movie some kind of, but the link will be there. The expansions are there. The box is there. So get it.
Well,
Can I
guys, grab your beers. Cheers. We did it.
Oh, can I please?
Oh, look at that. We all got our
I'm
drinks.
so Guys, I'm so excited that we have a game out there. And I'll tell you, it's kind of bonkers. And all the pictures people have been sending us have been real fun. And seeing people with it in their dirty little hands has been so awesome.
Relieving. Relief is the
Yeah.
biggest emotion that I feel. 100%. I
We
just
did
now,
like,
we're
yeah.
gonna turn it into a television show or a movie.
We didn't think.
Or a sporting event.
Can I say something? We didn't think
Sporting event would be great.
that game was gonna get off that boat.
You didn't want to say it.
If it weren't for the perseverance,
And if it weren't for us doing our best and paying those pirates to get our stuff to the top of the line.
Are we
Well,
in
a
debt
lot
for
of our
life?
audience-
Yes.
A lot of our audience are pirates. For those who don't know, we have a big pirate demo.
We don't mind messing with pirates. Well, you know what? We will mess with pirates. We will deal with pirates to make sure you guys get the movie game.
Yep.
Are we in some sort of indentured servitude for life situation? Yes.
At any moment, could someone call or knock on our door and say it's time to pay up, and we absolutely have to participate in whatever it is that person wants us to do? No questions asked? Of course.
Is it somewhat of a blood oath? Oh, go ahead.
Honestly, doesn't sound too far away from just being an influencer over the past years.
Cheers to
someone
that.
just knocks on your door.
Call in a favor.
You have to do this.
No. Like DJ. DJ hits me up and goes, "Hey man, it's, remember that one time I helped you hide that body?"
Yeah, here we go.
Well, I'm doing an episode of a show. I'd love for you to come talk about some superhero bullshit. No, I love DJ so much. And by the way, I'll plug his Only Stupid Answers podcast is hitting its 300th episode.
Oh, yes.
Which is crazy because it was right behind DB on episodes. Nice. And where are we on the Valleycast? We're not.
This is like 225, 224, something like that.
Wow, guys, how crazy is that?
Yeah,
too many podcasts.
One day you're a baby and the next day you're an adult.
Can you say I am Satan, Lord of Darkness?
But go up with it.
Oh, okay. Well, one day you're a baby, and then the next day you're an adult.
Okay. I like that you're not going to say the Satan part. I like that. Take a stand.
Thank you.
Can I make a plug too?
Yeah, please.
I found this book that I just want to recommend to you guys. It's called Against the Web, a cosmopolitan answer to the new right. And it's this book that dives into the culture of the intellectual dark web. It was written by a guy named Michael Brooks.
Let me do the most boomer thing I could possibly do, which is take a picture.
Let me see it. Hold it close.
Take a picture of the Zoom call.
What's it about? Give me the cliff notes.
He's explaining a lot of the how wrong a lot of the Petersons and the Shapiros and the Sam Harrises actually are, and how they're basically historically illiterate and they're reactionaries, and so they try to mythologize certain things. Super interesting. But then I found out this dude he passed away at 36 years old, like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years or something.
What?
I don't know where.
The author?
Yeah, he's was a super young guy, super smart, and I found him on like a podcast. It's like, oh, this guy sounds kind of smart, not and cool. And then I Googled him, and he was working with the Majority Report.
What
Sam
happened?
Cedars,
Do you know what happened?
Thing. He had blood clots. And he didn't know about it, a medical condition that was previously undiagnosed. So, anyway,
you know what's interesting, guys? That we could go at any moment.
Oh,
exactly. Yeah. I was like, oh boy,
we are
fragile bags
of bags and guts.
Oh man!
And it's awful to be
bags of guts that are very much like robotically engineered pieces of electricity where anything could go wrong when you just have a short and it's just you're done.
Yep.
Something just doesn't work in the programming and it's gone.
And do you ever think about how that and do you also ever think about how there's such a stupid design here?
Like, you think it's a dumb design?
That's blasphemy.
I think it's a stupid design. We don't need the appendix.
What if our eyes were on our butts? That would be a worse design.
Well, or right on the butthole.
No, right? I think that don't you think we should be able to fly? Don't you think we should be able to fly? Don't you think we should be able to see really well in the dark like dogs?
You just jealous of the other animals?
No, I'm jealous that we evolutionarily have kind of the duds. We have consciousness. We have
not used it well.
I think we're doing
anything with it.
These guys have worked out pretty good for us. These little,
yeah.
These little opposables.
I like my little posies.
And I love my useless man nipples.
Dude,
I love them.
I was reading about man, sometimes you just go down that Reddit rabbit hole, boys. You know what I'm talking about.
A Reddit hole.
You know, where you're laying in bed and you're
so tired, but you can't go to sleep.
So dumb.
and you're on your you're on your phone and it's keeping you awake and you're like reading and reading and reading. I was like, you know what I was thinking the other day? Sorry, it's very tangential, but I don't really like Elliot, you read a lot. Joe, I know you read sometimes.
Sometimes.
I have not read a book in a long time, and I was like, why haven't I just like read a book? Why shouldn't I should just pick up a book and read a book. And I was like, I should read more. Am I stupid because I don't read more? And then I was like, I read a fuck ton of articles and I read a fuck ton of like, you know, I read a lot of internet stuff. I read a lot of like fan fiction. And
so did you get excited about reading and then talk yourself out of reading a book?
Yeah, what just happened?
No, I guess
read a book.
I guess because I consider the amount of reading on the internet I do to be on par with the amount of reading books, I think. You know what I mean?
A lot of tiny books.
A lot of tiny books that might add up to the normal amount of books people read.
Okay.
Anyway,
I see what you're saying.
So one night I was feeling a kind of way. I was
distracted.
And by the internet, and I was reading about memories, and I went down this real crazy fucking science hole about memories, and it like
they're not real,
dude. It like broke.
They're not real at all.
It broke me.
And
like,
also, we didn't evolve to have accurate memories.
Yeah.
It's not the purpose of memories.
And we're constantly like rewriting them, like every time we like consider them and things like that.
Yeah, the farther you get away from one, the more it can change, the more
It's
it can weave, the
crazy.
more it mixes with other memories.
Yeah, and how truly your old memories are not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like the only way to like lock a memory in place is to fucking videotape it or something. And it's like kind of crazy to think about that because it's like we lived in a time where we were like vlogging everything. And we had the cameras on everything, but we found that kind of annoying after a while. Remember, we would have like our little VidCon hotel
pretty
room
quickly.
hangs,
You know, it's
and
funny.
Someone would come in with a camera, and we'd be like,
No,
"No,
Get out of here with your cameras!
Get the fuck out of here! Turn it off!"
this is where we are breaking laws in here.
But I like it because I'd love to watch those videos. Imagine being able to watch an unedited, like us hanging out in a hotel room at VidCon 2014.
Some of the hardest I've ever laughed, for sure, is the antics that went down in the hotel room.
Right?
Absolutely.
But it's like
I just got my hair cut, and my hair guy, Johnny, I think you went to him before, Joe.
Johnny has
he was
tickled
like,
the old hairs.
yeah, he was like, he's like, my daughter wants to go to this thing. Maybe you've heard of it. I thought it was for video game. It's called VidCon. Do you know what that is? And I was like, oh yes. I don't. I'm not
she
invited
wants to go
anymore.
to video convention.
And it was I was like telling him about it, and I was just like, yeah, it's a wild time. She'll have fun. I was like, how old is she? He's like 12. I'm like, all right, yeah, she'll have a good time.
She'll love it.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's for, right? It kind of always was for that age, I feel like. But it's interesting, like, you know, those memories are like, you know, I have my version of my hotel room memories with you guys and things like that, and how fun all those things were. But it's crazy how like each of our memories are different of it and probably wrong. And the stories we've told over and over again have been twisted so many times that we'll never really truly remember anything. So it's like, it makes me think about the bigger picture, right? Because it's like, why even bother going like, I've got to see Paris before I die. You know, I got to see the Eiffel Tower before I die, or I got to go see the Louvre.
Why bother?
Why bother? It's like, I'm not going to remember that shit.
Well, because there's a difference between experience and memory, right? I think the experience will always be worth it, whether or not the memory lasts. Or
the experience and the memory are one and the same, aren't they?
I contend no.
Because you're creating a memory in the experience, and therefore it becomes the memory.
It doesn't have to be a perfectly recollected thing for me to find importance with the experience. And
I guess for me,
the lessons learned.
For me, it's like, as soon as HD television became a thing, I was like, oh, I don't need to go see the pyramids. I can see them as great.
I have a little bit of that. Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't need to go do the harsh desert storms and stuff and like fly to Egypt, even though like no like disrespect for anybody that wants to fucking go to Egypt. I'm just saying, for me, it's like
one of those dirty travelers.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, no offense to somebody who has a different interest.
No. Listen, if you get your kicks by literally leaving your door, then that's fine. That's fine.
Just don't come at me.
Yeah, don't come at me. Anyway, but whatever. It just started making me feel so weird, a kind of way about like memories. And it's something that like when you're a kid, obviously they're not going to tell you that. And so it's something you have to learn when you're an adult. And obviously, and maybe they didn't really know that too well in science, and it's something they're discovering now. But it's so strange to like become an adult and then learn about all these harsh truths about how terrible, how our brains are like, have no capacity for memory and shit.
I think if we're like on a sliding scale of how you can take that information, I do believe you're a little bit on the taking it way too far edge of the sliding scale. Like, I think your memories are still important, even if they're imperfect, and still make you who you are.
Yeah.
And there's
You gonna remember this? You gonna remember this? You think you're making this up?
That's something
Hang
I'll
on.
never forget. I think I could
cut to 5 years later. Steve, do you remember the time that Elliot showed us his vagina?
Yeah.
No, Joe, I said it's called the Vajankle, and you can order it right now.
Oh, I thought you said like vagina sock or something. Anyway, this book is called Healing Fiction, and it's about just that. It's about how you can actually, the purpose of therapy is to alter your memories in such a way that it fits with your life. Because it's all fiction anyway.
Right. Like you can change your memories and your trauma and make
Yeah.
it something else.
Part of your personal myth, which is all
Yeah.
fiction. But then you create a more
Ooh, personal
Do you feel
myth is a
like-
good phrase. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like that's kind of like a brain mod in a way? Like, you know how you can mod
Brain
Mod
mod
Garrett?
Garrett.
brain mod hack? You know, like
mythologizing.
like when you cyborg, when you put like a robot eye along with your organic eye, you're like a cyborg. Do you think doing things like reprogramming your memories is a version of that?
you incorporate it in, mythologize it,
Yeah.
restructure it, and use it
Is
to your
that something?
advantage.
Do you think that's like we're learning how to like mod our brains now?
It's kind of like that thing where that's like a lot of cognitive behavioral therapy where you wake up in the morning and you're like, I'm going to have a good day today.
Yep, and you
And
say
you
it
train
over and
your
over
brain.
again. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been doing that, and it's pretty decent. It works. Like there's a little bit, I guess. I can assume it
Mhm.
works, but
Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
got to break through your cynicism and your bullshit and your
Right.
yeah.
I have to
Just-
basically just put my whole personality to the side.
Elliot,
How does it make you feel?
Beautiful. That voice makes me that does something to me. That's a very, very comforting
it's
sound.
interesting, right? The kind of like the
And then
the
not
fact
knowing
that
when
it
it's coming.
falls into the darkness.
It's like a little gravity ball just went right by you and just sucked everything
Yeah.
down.
Guys, I was last night I was reunited with some fun friends at the premiere for a movie called The Northman.
You went to it. Was it good?
I
It looks
saw
good.
The Northman, and it was real fucking good, man. You guys
Yeah,
seen
cool.
The Lighthouse?
Mm.
Yeah.
The Witch?
Yep.
Mm.
That was David Eggers. He's wow.
Those
What
are
a-
three very different movies that he's created.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. And this one is giving an artist a big giant budget and seeing what they can do with it. And it really is a beautiful piece of art. And it's like aggressive and like intense. And it's like, because it's like, do you guys know anything about it?
Yeah.
So it's like the most true to history Viking thing we've ever gotten in like movies so far. Right?
Oh, cool.
They got like expert Viking like historians to like help them make the movie, and it's just like this like crazy deep dive into like that like the early like 800 AD like Viking times, and it's like so violent and aggressive, and I took a friend who was like, I saw the trailer and it looks kind of like a Braveheart kind of situation, and I was like, this is like if Braveheart went to college. and like got a little smarter, you know? It's like heightened art cinema. It wasn't exactly like a big epic, like go take your family popcorn action movie. But I wouldn't say it's not that, but it's certainly a beautiful, well-made. I mean, fucking Alexander Skarsgård is like fucking ripped.
Mm-hmm.
Like the dude's got angel wings. You know those like big fucking like shoulders?
Yeah.
Dude, it's like
what are those delt? That's not delt. What are those?
I don't know what it is, but it's like fucking
delts.
nuts, man. It's like fucking holy shit. This dude is
I just wanted to be a parent and sit on him.
Dude, and he's like crushing people. Dude, he doesn't have a shield. And you see this, there's this moment where like, you know, because the Vikings would just go and destroy shit and fucking conquer and like completely like obliterate little towns and stuff. And so you get to see some of that. And it's like these guys are like savages, true savages. They're like big giant dudes that are just ripping through people like they're paper essentially. And it's such a well-made movie. And
sounds like you enjoyed it.
I loved it. It was beautiful. I highly recommend it. And definitely had some like video game vibes. I felt like I was watching a video game,
like God of War.
Yeah, because you get a lot of like cool mystical stuff, and then you get like a lot of video game moments. Like it felt very video gamey somehow. Maybe because I'm like way into Elden Ring right now too, and it felt kind of like that.
Well, who? Oh, after you, Joe.
No, after you.
I was just gonna. It's a slight change, but who were the friends that you?
Man, so I saw Maud Garrett.
Oh, that's Maud Garrett. Okay, I see the connection. Okay.
So I saw Maud Garrett, we caught up, and we had a great, and we were talking about all sorts of stuff, and we were very excited about the movie and blah blah blah. And I bumped into Tony Revolori.
Love him.
Oh, nice,
dude. I was like, my heart like almost burst out of my chest seeing him because I haven't seen him in so long. He's been so busy shooting this and that. He's been making Willow.
That's so cool.
The Disney Plus
series.
I
just saw him. I watched Grand Budapest Hotel.
Was that your first time?
I was like, yeah, first time.
Did you love it?
Very nice. I really liked it. Yeah.
Isn't it just joyful?
It's on a plane. It's always kind of just hard because you're not getting the full experience. But it's so, I won't belabor the point. But it's such a beautiful.
Mm-hmm. How weird to watch it for the first time. Seeing somebody though.
And I didn't recognize him for like the first scene. And then I was like, wait a minute, I've met that guy.
No way. That's so funny.
I like that guy. He's a good, I like that guy.
Who is that guy? He should be in more things. Yeah. We love Tony, but I got to bump into him. And then, dude, it was just it's just bonkers. Every time I go to these things, I feel like, what the hell am I doing here? And then also, why does the world is so crazy. The world is so crazy because these are like I was in the same room with Jeff Goldblum and Willem Dafoe and like,
that's cool.
It was crazy, man. It was crazy. And it's not the first time I've been in like a room with people like that. Humble
brag.
Black shirts back. All right. But it's always so mind-blowing to me and so weird. Just but it was so awesome.
We've lived strange unconventional lives, and sometimes that becomes apparent. Like I just helped Grace film a audition where she had one line and I had off camera like 2 pages of lines, and her only job was to hold her breath. And they were like, we really want you to do this audition. And it was just her going, and that's it. And I was like, this is incredibly silly and dumb, and it's a little gift.
Watch out, the NBA police are gonna get you.
I know. Dude. I could say more, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
One of my favorite.
Chris is like, that's what I'm getting now. I'm getting the roles where I say literally nothing.
Yeah. Please don't talk at all in this movie.
What's that?
One of my favorite LA isms is like when your friends are like actors and they're doing their self tapes. And you know, you're always like when you're in conversation with someone and they're like, "Oh, I was doing this self tape today," and you know, sometimes they'll show it to you, and it's like the funniest shit ever because it's that. Like I remember my friend Katie showed me her self tape she did recently, where she just like looks at the camera and goes, "Oh fuck, what was it?" It was like it was something so funny. It was like what are you doing in here or something? You know, what are you doing? And she just said it like 90 times, you know, and that's the whole audition. It's just you going, "My name is Steve Zaragoza. I'm repped by whatever, and I'm going for the role of Tommy. Here we go."
Yeah.
What are you doing in here? And it's like, "Thank you."
And then you see the hand come out. Okay, perfect. Hit the record button.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
It's so funny. But that's it. That's part of the whole rigmarole. But the whole world is that whole world is very weird.
It's
And
a bunch of pedophiles and pizza pedophiles and pedophiles.
Joe's been really going down some Reddit rabbit holes.
It's called the Truth Hole.
Yeah, my bad.
Why don't you lube up? Because we're about to slide into the truth hole. Dude, I was driving past the old SourceFed office the other day, and there were these
The old Joe Rogan office.
the old SourceFed, the old Joe Rogan.
They come and they go.
They don't they? And I saw people holding up these signs. I shouldn't laugh at this.
But you did.
Because I have to laugh at things that are strange and sometimes uncomfortable, because that's how I deal with things. I use humor to shield myself. But they were holding these banners. Dude, I swear to God, in big, giant, bold letters, it said, "There are rapists and sex offenders working in these buildings."
Oh, that sounds like something serious.
Yeah, no, 1,000,000,000%. That's why I'm saying I shouldn't laugh at this. But I inside my uncomfortable shield, I was like, "Holy shit! What a crazy fucking thing to just casually see."
Now I'll give you a reason to laugh at it. Imagine if they were sign spinners.
That's very good. That is very, very good.
Fuck, man. I've just never seen anything like that. It's so crazy. We live in such weird times. I feel like seeing dude, I want to see that with the
their iPhone, their AirPods.
rapists, sex offenders. I want to see the Planned Parenthood protesters doing that too.
With sign spinners. Yep. Every time. Oh man.
Yeah, it's so weird seeing shit like that. Like, to me, it's like, was it weird for you guys to like go out in public when you were able to after the lockdown, and see like the big like billboards that said like 6 feet away and like weird dystopian.
It's dystopian. That's the word, yeah.
Right, like those dystopian, like the things you'd see in like District 9, or like there'd be a sign on the side of the wall that would say like, "Stay away from the bugs and stay indoors for 10 days and shit."
Yep.
But it was real. It was out there. It's kind of along the same lines of seeing those kind of banners. I've never seen anything like that.
I still have
stickers,
very visceral memories of the dystopian moments that we experienced over the last 2 years. Like going to Dodger Stadium to get my vaccination and just seeing like rows and like thousands and thousands of cones and cars lining up for shots, and then just driving and actually getting to drive around deserted streets. And
Yeah.
Remember like
the sky being clear, like the lack of smog above the freeways. That was crazy.
And they like the Dodger Stadium thing where they would like hand you the test using one of those reacher things.
Yeah,
Like, put
to
it
pick
in
up
there.
trash.
So you just see it poking and the cars like poking out in the cars in front. Man, that's
Dude, and like not knowing what to do and then like rolling down your window and having them go, no, don't roll down your window yet. Don't roll down your window yet. Don't roll down your window yet, sir. Please. And it was like, because we don't know how bad this fucking thing is.
Yep.
I think the craziest one to me though was being at Disneyland. Like downtown Disney. I didn't go in the park, but I was in downtown Disney. And they were playing like all the happy Disney music, and then all of a sudden, the fucking Zippity Doo Dah song ends, and then it goes bum 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 bum, like big Mickey March song, and then it goes, "Thank you for visiting the Walt Disney World Resort. Please maintain 6 feet of distance between everyone, and please keep your masks on at all times." And it was like, oh fuck, this is great. Yeah, while the happy Mickey music is going, and like families are all masked up, and like I'm like, Jesus, what are we doing?
All hail Disney. I mean, have a great day.
Yeah, so weird. Anyway, so I met Florence Pugh last night.
Why do I recognize the name and can't put the face?
She's that woman from Midsummer, and she was
Black
Widow movie. Yeah. She's a rising star.
Was she kind and nice and
very kind, very nice, and I once again really fell out of place. Those people make me feel like I'm not supposed to be here.
Was she like Hollywood? Did she look like a Hollywood person? Like when you stood next to her, you were like, "Oh, you seem like you're from different DNA."
Yeah, her and Anya Taylor-Joy, who's in The Northman, but she looks like
she's a.
I mean, she's just a different kind of being. She's doesn't look like she's from this planet.
No, she's a higher stage of
human evolution. Yeah, and we're just like under the real more pie.
More pie.
And they're like, and signing checks and shit. But I love The Northman. I thought it was great.
Was it long?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Good to know.
But dude, Ethan Hawke is in it, and I fucking love Ethan Hawke.
He's killing it in Moon Knight.
Ethan Hawke?
Some Moon Knight love.
Oh, dude, Moon Knight is awesome.
I'm not caught up though. I'm not caught, but I absolutely love it. I've only seen 2 episodes. We watched one last night, but every night I'm like, okay. How many is there? Like 3 now? 4?
3.
Yeah.
There's
3.
A third,
okay.
Yeah. And then I think they come out Wednesdays, so new ones coming out tomorrow, I think.
And every Thursday, a new Taskmaster comes out. Just so y'all
really
know.
How are you watching it? You're always using some sort of a
Plex.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's good. Here comes the cops.
The pirates.
Dude, but Moon Knight is so great, isn't it?
Oh,
I love it.
Very fun. Very fun.
I love it so much. I'm having so fun. And it's so different from all the other Marvel shit. It's so refreshing.
It'll be interesting to see where it goes.
I love Ethan Hawke in it so far.
Yeah, he's very good in it.
Yeah,
I feel like Ethan Hawke, did he take a break or something? I hadn't seen him in shit in a while.
I actually think he's been constantly working.
Really?
Because I remember he was in The Purge, right? He was in that first Purge movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I can't remember anything else other than Moon Knight and then now The Northman.
You know his daughter is... Oh, go ahead.
No, after you.
I was going to say his daughter is the girl in Steve's friend in Stranger Things, the 3rd season.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And not Winona Ryder. What's her name? Who's her mom? Is her mom someone too?
Somebody famous. I forget.
Yeah, that's
Uma Thurman?
Not Uma Thurman. It's Uma Thurman.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways.
That's right. And her name's Maya Hawke, right?
Yes, that is the name.
Yeah. Ethan Hawke is so good. And in The Northman, my goodness. I mean, dude, I think he's a treasure.
I think he just had to go from like this age of kind of the middle-aged leading man to this sort of older, version. I think he's aging into this new
into these new
character.
roles and stuff. Yeah, he's playing older characters that are like, and he's killing it.
It's crazy to think how long you forget how long he's been around. He's been around like Kurt Russell.
God. He's
like
a kid actor.
Type
He's a child
career.
actor.
Yeah.
It's been his whole life.
Yeah. And he was, I mean, who can forget him in Explorers?
The Joe Dante film Explorers.
Have you guys, I don't watch a lot of the celebrity news cycles. However, I have been keeping up a little bit with the Johnny Depp Amber Heard drama.
Oh man, it's a shit show, isn't it?
Apparently Amber Heard's friend got kicked out of the court because she was pretending to be Amber Heard's lawyer or something like that. Johnny Depp was just like, I'm just doing this because I know I did nothing wrong and I'm going to make sure that it's okay and whatever. And he's like laughing at some of that. It's very, very wild. It's one of those.
He's got like his best friend in there, and his best friend's been like sharing texts and like making fun of her and stuff. Yeah. It's been interesting. I feel like they're gonna do an American Horror Story like they did with the OJ one. Remember the OJ? American Crime Story. Yeah.
Just based off of Johnny Depp.
Yeah, just get Skeet Ulrich to play Johnny Depp. Right? Or get Ethan Hawke.
That's pretty funny.
Ethan Hawke.
Dude, that would be imagine if they did that. Did you guys hear that fucking crazy casting info that blew my mind the other day? It's like Jason Momoa is gonna play
the Minecraft
in the Minecraft movie, directed by Jared Hess.
Yeah.
What
Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Nacho Libre's own.
But
Jared
Jason
Hess.
Momoa.
I saw your tweet and I saw someone reply to you and they were like, whatever. And you were like, I find this very surprising.
Yeah, because someone was like, you're surprised. And I'm like, yeah.
Have you ever heard those words together?
I am. No one could have predicted that sentence.
Yeah, what the hell's it going to be? Is it
that sentence is insane. That's an insane sentence.
It would all make sense if it was Chris Pratt. Any of the pieces you could take away and it would make sense.
That's like saying Tom Hanks is playing Blue in the Blue's Clues movie, directed by Sam Raimi or something.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah. Or no, who's the guy who writes the words, real good words, who made the Facebook movie? Sorkin.
Sorkin?
Yeah.
Who's the guy that writes the good words?
The real good words.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Black shirts back.
All right. All right. So I did the thing where I tweeted out at the old fans and asked them to ask some questions for the podcast. So I got a couple for you guys.
Fun.
A couple jumping off points. Number one from Shiggity Shane. Disney has handed each of you creative authority over the production of an 8-episode Disney Plus series, offering you the entire IP library.
Oh, fuck.
What are you making?
Damn.
What are you making?
Ooh,
8
that's
episodes.
Making me tingle.
Damn, that's good. There's so much.
Mm-hmm. And we know how much they're putting into those 8-episode arcs. Lots of money, lots of production. Lots of good stuff.
I mean, I guess I would have said something like Willow, but Willow's already happening. Mm-hmm. Elliot might choose a Roger Rabbit type situation.
I would do a Roger Rabbit, yeah. 8-episode Roger Rabbit, a long crime noir that has like a good story.
Where are they based? Are they based in Toontown? Are they based in the real world? Is a little bit of both? I think
you need a little bit of both. I think you got to keep the Hollywood, the old Hollywood aspect. I like that.
Ooh, can I one up it? I'll help you.
Yeah.
What if it's an 8-episode run starring the Young Valiants, and
I was just gonna say it, dude. And you call it murder in Toontown or something, and it's all about young Eddie Valiant and his brother Valiant,
just solving toon crimes. Oh, it's so good. I'd watch the hell out of that.
Yes,
Fuck.
and you know how it ends. You know what happens at the end because you know what happens to his brother.
Judge Doom drops the piano,
right on his head.
Yeah. Damn, that would be fucking tight.
That'd be really
a
fun.
Good one.
Can you top it? That's tight.
But then immediately Disney would be like, but also we're not going to make that deal again with WB, so you only get the Disney characters, and we're not going to be able to have like Yosemite
Well, they throw
Sam.
Marvel characters in it. They throw
and
Star
Simpsons,
Wars characters
and
in it.
Yeah, they've got enough
But that
IP. They've got
timeline,
enough
though,
IP.
Timeline.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah. Well, does Fox have classic stuff? I don't know. You're right, man. You're right. It would be difficult. But I feel like if you're doing a prequel series, we're gonna have a lot of early age animation, which is in the public domain now, like Betty Boop and Bozo, or whatever that clown is and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah. It might be before Looney Tunes anyway,
they could
so
do
it wouldn't
that.
need to. Because Disney was first, I believe.
It would be really hard to leave the Looney Tunes out of it, though, man, because those guys were dominating, and you'd got to get.
I wonder if you could do it's an interesting.
Dude, that's so good. I think
the other idea was Hook, where it builds up to a war between the Lost Boys and
the Adventures of the Lost Boys. Perhaps
that's cool.
There you go. Yeah, it's just about Toodles or whatever his name was. Well, who was it?
Oh, that's fun.
Toodles.
Yeah, and he lost his marbles.
Yeah, the series is called Marbles.
Yeah,
No, it's called Toodles. Okay, so I've always thought it would be fun to, because like they keep talking about remaking Lost.
Okay.
Or like doing a new Lost series set on the same island and shit like that. And my thoughts as a super fan of Lost have always been, if you were ever going to go back to Lost, it would be really cool if they made it about the Dharma Initiative. And you call the show the Dharma Initiative, and it's all about like a team of like X-Files style scientists or whatever that go and research like anomalies all over the world. Because that's kind of what you learn in Lost, is that like the Dharma Initiative was set up on the island to study the anomalies of the island. Mm-hmm. So I feel like you could do a series about the Dharma Initiative doing all these anomalies. You could do the Bermuda Triangle. You could do like all this shit. And then eventually you get to the island stuff, like the initial stuff of them finding the Lost Island. And then that would be like maybe the season finale or something. And then maybe you continue on or not. But yeah, I've always wanted to see that kind of a thing rather than us going back to the island and doing new castaways and shit.
What if why does Disney own Lost?
Yeah, ABC.
ABC, so I guess that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Did you guys watch The Dropout?
No. What is that?
It's really great. It's about the Elizabeth Holmes thing, but I brought it up because the Elizabeth Holmes thing with the Theranos, that scandal that happened where she was kind of the startup
when he snapped and all the Marvel characters disappeared.
Exactly. Yes. You remember. That's the one I would want. But no, it's got what's his name? The I believe he's Pakistani or something. I don't know where exactly he's from.
That's right.
He's
Kumail?
No,
his name is so he was Saeed on Lost.
Saeed, yeah.
What is his name?
I just brain farted. Jesus.
I know his fucking name.
He's so good in it. It's wonderful to see him back, and he plays the kind of like billionaire helper to this, basically con artist. So it's really great.
Is that Amanda Seyfried?
And she's incredible.
What's that meme where she comes dancing into the room and he's just sitting there watching it? Is that like in context a good scene, or is that like cringy no matter what?
It's supposed to be because it was cringy. There's videos of like the actual Elizabeth Holmes would do these weird dances and stuff to celebrate corporate, like we're changing the world, but the whole system was a lie, and they were, and it was just very cheesy stuff. And so she captured it's so cringe. She's very cringy in the role, and she really nails it.
So it's meant to be cringy. All right.
2 opposable thumbs up. Love these guys.
They do so much.
Black shirts back. Joe,
All right.
what would you make? Or are you done with that?
Well,
Yeah.
no, here's a pitch for you. Now,
Okay.
imagine an 8-episode, super dark, let's go borderline R-rated, fantastical dark magic version of Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Whoa. Okay.
Let me
I'm listening.
let me read you the synopsis of the
I'm
original
listening.
movie, and then
Love this.
try to do it with what I'm talking about. Imagine what I'm talking
I
about.
think I know where you're going with this.
During the Battle of Britain, Miss Eglantine Price, Angela Lansbury, a cunning
Eglantine.
a cunning witch in training, decides to use her supernatural powers to defeat the Nazi menace. She sets out to accomplish this task with the aid of 3 inventive children who have been evacuated from the London Blitz. The head of Miss Price's witchcraft training correspondence school, or joined by the head of the Miss Price's witchcraft training correspondence school, the crew uses an enchanted bed to travel into a fantasy land and foil encroaching German troops. Make that shit dark and crazy.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, how about this? Because here's something I was thinking about. I've been thinking about this for a while. And maybe this isn't a new theory. I can't remember. You know how memories work. But I'll give credit where credit's due if someone thought of this before I did. But I've always considered Mary Poppins to be kind of like a witch. They don't explicitly say it.
I would agree.
But I think she's a witch. I think she has magic powers, and that's what witches have. And I think she's a witch. And in the new Mary Poppins, they show her aunt or something, and she's another like kind of magical witch.
Yeah. Meryl Streep, I believe.
Meryl Streep. And that's a good movie, by the way. That new
It
Mary
is a great
Poppins.
movie.
I highly recommend it if you guys haven't seen it. So Joe, I was thinking you could make this Bedknobs and Broomsticks thing a series. And it's all about like this witchcraft, because obviously the witchcraft worked. Eglantine became a witch, and she could like do those powers and shit. But I think you should make the series about where her magic powers like came from, because she learned it from a book or something. And then you could make a Disney like MCU, but make it about witches and connect all the Disney witches. I'm talking like Hocus Pocus, even the ones in the cartoons and stuff. But you make the live action series show you that there's this
Connects
big
up.
magic book.
Yeah.
That all of the Disney
It connects
witches
the
learned
Snow
from.
White witch. It
Yes.
connects the Sleeping Beauty witch. Like all of them.
all the witches, and you can have that be a
Steve's
discovery.
ex-wife.
Yeah, there it is. Black shirts
There's
back. All the Disney witches.
Very.
So anyway, but how cool would that be? Because then you could have the Bedknobs and Broomsticks. You could have just like Disney could have their own MCU, even though they've got their own MCU. But still, it's Marvel, you know. But Disney.
I
can
love
have their,
that. It's world building. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah,
idea.
and then
It'd
you
also
can
be like
sell-
Harry Potter. It'd be like a little,
Right. But it's Disney's Harry Potter.
Oh.
And you
Yeah.
can have a whole new generation of young Eglantines, young Mary Poppins or whatever. But you learn that Mary Poppins got her powers from this fucking school or this book or whatever. And then you can have this whole thing about it. And then, yeah, you got like little witches. It's all
Dude.
girls and stuff. It's awesome.
Let me take it a step further. Let's go to some Disney Imagineering here. You
Okay.
go to a Disney park, they should start making an experience. Let's call it an elevated scavenger hunt of sorts, maybe a reverse escape room where you can choose the path of good or the path of evil while you're attending the park. And it's all about again, like finding the path of the witches and finding all of them and like learning the path.
I love that.
You go through the
because there's
Sith,
good
you
witches
go-
and there's bad witches.
But
Like
you-
Eglantine's a good witch, Mary Poppins a good witch.
You do some good force, you do some bad force, you follow Thanos or you follow Spider-Man. Like the whole experience, you can get like a card that like in the
I
end, if you
love
fill it
it.
out.
and based on how many people go the bad route versus or the evil route versus how many people
It
do the
changes
good route,
something.
it changes something in the park at the end of the
Yes!
day in the
Yeah, like at
fireworks.
nighttime, the castle looks like a dark castle with like,
Exactly.
you know, it's like maybe it's
Because
black
bad
with
won
like
out.
cool stuff all around it. But if all the good witches do well during the day, it's a beautiful magic's bursting out of it, and
It changes the parade and the fireworks show at
Dude.
the end of the day.
And look, come on. You make that magic book something people can buy. I'm talking merchandising tie-ins, guys.
I'm talking NFTs.
I'm talking NFTs. I'm talking a little piece of Disney you can own, but you can't touch.
EFTs.
DFT BNFT.
Yes.
DFT NFT
BA.
BA. All right.
Fungible token.
All right.
Dude, how come we're not Imagineers?
Man.
These are great
Lack
ideas.
of education, experience, connections, time, money,
Yeah.
brain
Motivation.
capacity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mental illness.
Mental
Dude,
illness.
Can I tell you guys something? I think, how about this? Another one more pitch for you guys about a Disney thing. What about a Dick Tracy series?
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, and you get Josh Brolin playing kind of like a hardened Dick Tracy. You know, you get a little noir, you get a little Sin City in there.
That
It's
could
like
come
Disney
back
Sin City.
100%. Nobody's thought about Dick Tracy forever.
Dude, and all the villains, all the cool villains could be like, you know, you get David Tennant in there. Fuck it, get Ethan Hawke. He'll play fucking this guy.
He'll
or
do
that
it.
guy.
Ooh.
Get fucking Josh Gad to play one of them. Josh Gad could play Mumbles,
That'd be great.
right? And you could get like, who's the new Madonna? You can get like, you know, I don't know. You can get Zendaya or something. I'm just
Spitballing here, okay?
Can I present you guys with something before we go? Are we wrapping up?
Yeah, let's wrap up.
Yeah.
Okay. Ask Reddit had a really fun post that I wanted to share with you guys. And I wanted your perspectives on this.
Also, shout out to whoever did that question in the audience. That was fun.
great
Good idea,
question.
Joe.
It was
Great question.
Shumpity Shane. Shiggity Shane?
Somebody stop me.
Shiggity Shane.
Before we say this, Joe, you want to remind people they could buy the movie game in limited quantities?
You
currently?
just did. You there's a link in the description. We have a Shopify. Go get it.
Yep.
Go
Get it if you missed it. I have plenty of friends who slid into the DMs that were like, let me know when I can buy this again. And I have friends who want to play it on streams and stuff like that.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I think it is a really fun game to play on a stream. And I think maybe we should do it one of these days.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Just do a quick stream and we'll just, because you know,
Only-
I don't remember half the prompts. We can have fun with it.
Some eagle-eyed human on our Reddit has found out of 500 cards, only 2 mistakes.
Whoa.
That's pretty good.
One of them
Damn.
a printing error where like it just like covered up some text, which is too bad, and then one where one of the dates didn't get put in, but that's not bad.
Oh,
Okay,
bummer.
not even typos. Just
Not bad. Not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flawless, mostly flawless.
So please check that out. Link in the description if you guys want to get your copy of this really cool looking fun game.
Do it.
All right. Joe and Elliot
Yes.
and our listening audience.
Also yes.
Your toilet is now sentient.
Oh, poor guy.
Would you prefer it to passionately, exuberantly crave your excrement? Or deeply resent and despise you for what you do to it?
I mean, I don't.
I'd like to be liked.
Yeah.
But do you want it to go, ooh, Elliot, it's time?
Sentience and talking, 2 different things here. It can communicate as well.
I think sentience means that it can communicate. You don't think so? How would you know it was upset with you?
So it's like the toilet on like Look Who's Talking. It's like, give me your pee.
Yeah, give me your pee-pee. That's what I'm saying. This thing's gonna be like, Elliot, I want your poo-poo pee-pee.
Yeah.
Or
like
if
that.
it hated it, what would it say?
Oh, don't you bring that poop over here. Don't you bring it, you ugly fuck. I don't want to see your shithole.
Yeah. They both sound pretty awesome.
But what if it's like begging you and shit? Like, I don't really want that. I don't want it to love it. Because we're saying it either passionately, exuberantly craves your waste or deeply resents and despises you for it.
Either way, I'm just going to use the upstairs toilet.
So
Yeah, I'll avoid
the upstairs toilet is indifferent. Come on in.
All right.
All right.
Don't mind me. I won't even talk.
Just doing my job.
Just doing my job. Ooh, looking good up there. Sorry,
I don't
said
want to
wouldn't say
develop.
anything.
I think after a long time, I would develop a guilt about the despising part, and that would give me problems later in life.
Yeah.
Long-term digestive problems. I would end up not feeling comfortable in certain situations using the restroom, which could prevent, that can be create issues. So,
Does this mean every toilet is sentient, and that means even the public ones are?
Oh, those poor
That's a
public
great question.
toilets. Ugh.
I do love that the top comment here on this is,
Ugh.
I think I'll just use the sink.
yeah.
Yeah, both of them are miserable in a lot of ways. But
Then the next comment says, I don't care which personality my toilet gets. I'm getting out the sledgehammer and murdering it the second it starts talking.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with the toilet that likes me too much. I'll develop some kind of like wacky feelings for it. Maybe make a sitcom.
Yeah.
I know, you'd be like, this is my buddy. Some people would become friends with their toilet. It's someone to talk to every day.
Man.
You'd stop pooping at work so you could go do it at home.
Yeah, I don't even do it.
It's
You know what, guys? It's getting kind of late. You're hanging out at the bar.
I just gotta run home and I gotta run home and feed my toilet.
Oh, I get it. Your toilet likes your shit, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, there goes Joe with his toilet that likes his pee-pee.
Over here, I'm Mr. My Toilet Hates Me and hates my shit.
And then like one night at like 1 a.m. you hear a knock at your door and you're like, who the fuck is Joe? You open your door and it's me, and I'm like, hey man, can I use your fucking toilet? Like, I can't take it. My toilet don't like my pee-pee. I need to give it to
No, man,
I don't need that right now.
I've got something special going with my toilet. I'd rather
I
you
know,
not.
but if it likes it, it'll like mine, right?
It likes me.
Well, what
and
about
mine.
your family? Does it like your family?
They're dead.
I didn't know, actually.
Flush them down the toilet.
You know what? And that's on me, probably.
So you never listen.
I guess I just didn't know your whole family died. Someone on the comments under here said, I'm happy when people love their job.
Yeah.
So
good vibes.
You only want, this toilet only has good vibes.
So when you plunge a sentient toilet,
it's choking.
Is it?
Oh no, my toilet! It's like choking. Help me!
Oh, let me get my choking stick.
Sorry, my poop choked you up.
You didn't
Sorry,
chew
buddy.
your food. Chew your food next time, toilet.
Chew your food.
This one's on you. All right. Well,
That's a good place to end.
thank you everybody for watching the Valleycast. Feel free to click the link in the description and check out Movie Game. Thank you to those who submitted questions, including Steve. Highly recommend Northmen as well as The Dropout. We hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week.
What about those books again?
Oh, yes. What is that? Where is it going? Against the Web is really fun if you're into that kind of thing. And then Healing Fiction is a nice one from James Hillman. And that's it. Also, we have to do ads after this, so let's wrap it. I got it pulled up so I can do it real quick.
Okay. Should we just do it right now, or you're gonna do it on your
You can
own?
end it right here. Yeah, I'll just do it. It takes 2 seconds. Just
Okay,
roll.
go ahead.